we both drove over to Tampa in a high security type deal. And I'm like, where are we going? And he's like, oh, I've been over here a few times. Let me show you. So we get out, and it's a 2-story building, and there was young people, like, it looked like college students, but in their 20s. He recognized one, and so he started talking to the guy. And when he started talking to the guy, he put his hand on the door. And he's like, is Tom Miller in here? And the kid said, yeah, his office is right around the corner. And we had no clue where this man's office was. Meanwhile, this guy ran the whole Southeast, from Florida, Georgia, up over 1,000 stores probably. And we walk in, and as we walk in, I said to my dad, what are you doing? I'm like, man, we don't have bad. He's like, let's go. So we walk down to the door, and he starts knocking on the door. And when he knocks on the door, I stood up against the wall. I mean, you talking about anxiety? I had anxiety. Because this guy's gonna kick us so far out of here, we're gonna be in trouble, man. Tom answers the door in socks. Didn't even have shoes on, because it's his private office. And my dad says, give me 5 minutes. And he looks up and sticks his head out, and I'm like, giving one of those like, oh my God, I hope he doesn't, And he goes, get in my office. And we both go in the office, and it went from, you got 5 minutes, what the hell are you doing here type deal. I think we spent 45 minutes in there to an hour, and it just became a great flowing conversation. Why? Because I had a need, he had a need, and we had a service to make his problem go away. But I'm talking about, you want to make your toes curl up and get, that's old school selling, not taking no for an answer. And I'm sure my dad's version is tweaked a little bit on it. I know he embarrassed me, the anxiety, but I needed to learn that. I needed to be put in a position that it wasn't the comfort zone. I needed to be put in the position that, like, hey man, it's not always going to be easy. Rejection is out there daily, especially in this industry. You know how many calls we get, and no, I went with somebody cheaper, instead of the service or the quality. Every one of these guys out here trying to, if you can skin a cat and save a nickel, save a dollar, or this guy's cheaper than you, but I remember that story very well, and it taught me a lot of things. And it changed some of the way I speak to people and talk to people.